Good afternoon. Welcome to the Glens Falls Board of Public Safety meeting. It's 4 p.m. It's Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. I'll call this meeting to order. On your agenda, Resolution 1 is a resolution to approve the minutes of the July 12th, 2023 regular meeting and the July 20th, 23 executive session meeting of the Glens Falls Board of Public Safety.
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? You should say something. There you go. Thank you. 2 is a resolution to approve the second annual Pause for Cape event to be held on September 24, 2023 at the Crandall Park main field and utilizing the band shell as well. There will be activities and collections for animal rescue shelters. Attendance is expected to be around 200 people as attached. Do we have a motion to, questions? Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move that.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Any against? Opposed? Thank you. 3 is a resolution to approve the second annual Glens Falls High School National Honor Society Bike-a-thon to be held on Sunday, October 1st, 2023 from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. The event will utilize an oval track in the YMCA and Coles Woods in the Rec Center parking lot for booths and games of up to 300 people may attend. Any questions?
Last year I went off great, I had no problem.
Without a hitch. That's great.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Under new business, does any council have any new business to bring in front of the committee?
Yes, we have a lady who contacted me, Laurel Walsh. Is Laurel, right?
Yes, thank you.
She has a set of remarks regarding the parking of the buses.
Sure.
I do represent, especially 14 Hudson, anyone who is on the Park Avenue side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the 3rd floor, so I'm directly below the site. I also am a former school bus driver in one of my lives, and I have observed numerous safety issues. One of the main safety issues is a bus that size. It's a very extremely large bus. I tried to get a size from the driver. She didn't know how long it was. However, it's blocking the stop sign at the intersection of School and Park.
School and park.
Correct. There is a stop sign at School and Park
Okay.
as you come down Park Avenue towards the emergency room.
Sure.
We have very large windows, so I have a very clear view of what transpires there. So we have fire trucks that stage there after they do their business, which means that they're blocking off the whole road, which means they're blocking off the ambulances that are utilizing there that need to maybe be diverted. Because we don't know when the firemen are on the stage. Is there anyone here from the fire department? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the deputy chief is here.
Yes, so that's where you stage. You stage on the south side of Park, correct?
Is that true, chief?
Deputy Chief, when the firemen come in after they've done a job and they need paperwork, and they usually stage at the south side of Park Avenue.
Are you familiar with that?
Directly across from where this alleged bus stop is. Now, my understanding is it's not a sanctioned bus stop. I don't know what the background information that was reported in the Chronicle. However, I don't know whether Trailways, the bus goes down to Port Authority, whether the Trailways just decided to put a band on there, but certainly it is a pedestrian risk as well. Cars are going to be diverted. The bus sits there 10 or 12 minutes to discharge and pick up passengers twice a day. I'm noticing about twice a day, around 10 o'clock and noon or so.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot see all the pedestrian traffic. We have individuals coming out of the hospital on their breaks. There's a lot of activity. So that's just the beginning. So I don't know whether you were...
So there's a loading zone there that has been there since I've been a child.
It was for the building.
Right,
The
yeah.
loading zone, the intention wasn't for a bus stop. It was a loading zone for the surgical.
Right.
Surgical
So let's
practice.
say it again. There's a loading zone there. And that is all that it's ever been, and that's all that it currently is. But we have this board has deemed the streets on. You're all aware of the the two bus companies, the Greyhound and Trailways, who've been for 40 years in their location, who were parking when they have more than one. So they used to park illegally on the what is now behind the Park Street Grill, the Park and Elm Grill. So they parked there for 30 plus years until that property was purchased. And then Jersey barriers were put up there, which was in the new property owner's rights. That took the fact that for 40 years, these two bus companies were parking there not on their property, and pushed them out. They can fit one on a good day behind their property, which is the same property they lease out to Empire Pizza. So the bus company owns the building of Empire Pizza. They lease Empire Pizza they lease space to Empire Pizza, and they run a ticket booth there. And so those companies started after that purchase of Park and Elm, and the Jersey barriers went up. They started to park in the middle of the street, which came to your and our attention earlier this year or late last year. And so we passed a resolution which was adopted by the Common Council, and the law was changed so that there's no parking, no standing from Elm to Hudson. We've had several complaints that they continue to park there. We've issued, Chief Smith has addressed it and had our ticket agent there, and to the point where we're basically chasing buses down and doing the best we can. And so what they did is then they found that there was a loading zone around the corner, which is on the back of Hudson, is on the back between Hudson and our parking garage. And they started parking there. They've been asking us for a location. We've shown them many locations, including such as the Aviation Mall, as properties that were for sale on exit coming down Broad Street from 18, properties that they could buy to turn into some sort of bus stop. I had proposed back in the end of last year, my first term year in office, I proposed that we use the empty lot on the back of Elm Street as a parking garage and a transportation center. And the same people that complained about, say that there's no parking issue, said that that wasn't far enough away, that they wanted to keep those people that are coming in on the buses further away. But we actually were having that. There'd been 5 studies on a parking garage done on that Elm Street parking lot, which would be the back of the bullpen, the back of the old Sippies building, right? And there are people that screamed. We've done nothing other than look at, I've got a special projects committee of council members looking at parking throughout the city, looking at overnight parking, looking at downtown parking. And it's very slow going because the parking situation in Glens Falls has been ignored for no less than 30 years. And so therefore, and again, the both bus companies and the two bus companies, one is Greyhound, one is Trailways. I forget which one has the lease with the Empire Pizza people, right? They've both been ticketed. Which one, do you know, Chief, by chance?
I believe it's Adirondack
Trailways. So Trailways has a lease with them. Trailways used to collaborate and work with Greyhound.
Do we know when that lease expires?
Oh, they own the building. I'm sorry. Trailways owns the building and leases out the pizza place as their tenant. And they've been offered double the value of the property by other neighbors, according to the neighbors, and they're happy to sell. They need a place to have a parking garage. They've been here 40 years. It's established much longer, by the way, than 14 Hudson. The building's been there.
So what is the city's position on the current state of affairs as to this stop? We're going to entertain that until we have this bus situation rectified?
We have nothing, so we had not approved anything. We're just hearing about the issues with them parking in a loading zone. It is
I'll give
illegal.
you, I have videos, and
Yeah,
there's
so-
videos of various scenarios. that
So
have
we'll,
happened over
we'll
the last
address
couple
that.
weeks.
We'll have the police go over and start to do it. We'll start to ticket them. We'll start to monitor that situation as best that we can.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure, and that's what and by the way, we've had other property owners nearby, that have come to us and asked you to approve a study to look at the Park and Elm Street, stops, right? And,
Yeah.
and wanting additional stop signs.
The left turn, I just want to also say, we want to avert a very bad situation. And the bad situation is that vehicle is so heavy and so large to make that left turn from school onto Hudson Avenue with that sight distance. Can everybody visualize that?
Mhm.
Okay, what we need is a car coming too fast down Hudson,
Mhm.
and we're gonna have a scene that you're not gonna be too pleased about.
Yep,
Because he's coming from a dead stop
Mhm.
to make that hard left
We've
with
had-
very poor sight
Yeah,
distance.
we've had business owners that came and told us about their concerns about that. And when we compared it with the stipulations in the planning board, or the Board of Public Safety can only put stop signs and traffic lights in something that's approved by I'm sorry, Chief, can you remind me what the document is? New York State Traffic,
DMU-2CD.
yeah.
Municipal Uniform Traffic Control.
Is it
Yeah, that's-
Uniform Traffic Control Manual, right? And so, according to that, we're trying to do a study to try to figure out, first of all, there's two reasons you could put stop signs in there. One is for more than so many accidents, and we determined then that there is none. Right now, there have not been a large amount of accidents at that intersection at all, although we have plenty of evidence that there are dangerous situations, like is being referred to tonight.
Correct, it's the line, the way that the road curves and the line of parked cars blocks some
Yep,
sight distance.
absolutely. So, and so anyway, we have an engineering study that I'll bring to you at the next one, which is the entire study of the $1.2 million grant that pays for the rescaping of the streets and the sidewalks all the way from Park and Elm, all the way down past South Street to Pine Street. And so we need to look at that because that may solve the problem. There may be crosswalks there, and if so, that would do it. And we'd need a separate study to decide if we wanted to consider stop signs too. But I don't think it's going to meet the requirements that are in there for, I think it's 5,000 people per some period of time. And I don't think it's going to be close, but it's worth first getting you that information, because that's where we left our last Board of Public Safety meeting. We were going to do the study, and then what's the name of it's not Barton and LaJudas, it's the other architect, the one that was here to present about the bicycle study. They are the folks who did the engineering study for us on this entire grant that we're.
They added that area to the existing study that they're already planning on doing.
Yeah, but they didn't know is that there's already an engineering of it's already, that corner's gonna be redone later this year. We've actually awarded that out to the contractors. So Creighton Manning did the study, or the engineering plan. That plan has been awarded. It's part of our DRI grant. And so it includes that study. So they didn't take any action about studying that corner because they realized that we've already actually got a plan for that corner. And I just don't know if it includes that. But I'll have it for you next time to look at.
So in response to Ms. Welch's remarks, is it your instruction that the police department should begin issuing tickets to buses that are parking in the loading zone?
No, I don't think we
They're
can.
idling.
It's a loading
You're
zone.
not parking, you're idling and discharging and receiving passengers.
So I don't, we can look, but I don't think our law right now stops somebody from taking a loading zone and pulling up their bus and letting it idle for a while, but I'll let the chief look at it, and I'll let Tony, and so we can also give the number to the front desk. This is what we did for Mr. Levac when he was sending us photographs. We gave him the number to our front desk to call, and that we'd send Tony over. Remember, we've got one parking enforcement officer in all of Glens Falls that works Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So it won't catch everything, but it starts to address it. And I think what their solution was, because they've asked us, you know, we've shown them properties. They don't have another alternative. And what I was going to say to you is, for some reason, Greyhound stopped talking to Trailways. I don't know. They both gave us signs that said, tell us where we should go. Tell us, you know, like.
Could we consider the north side of Hudson Avenue? That might be a better location to avoid that left turn in front of,
We can consider anything. If you'd like to send an email with places we can consider, that's fine. But I'm sure the people at Hudson Avenue aren't going to be any happier than the people on the other side of.
yeah, but it's much more visible. You're avoiding that left turn.
I hear that you think it's a good option. We can look at it. We didn't issue them anything though.
We're not.
It's not our job to find Greyhound and Trailways a location to park their vehicles, even though they've been a business that's been here 40 years.
But what I propose is if we ticket them at that location, and maybe we suggest a safer location.
Absolutely.
Such as 14 Hudson, facing, I guess that would be on the north side, but which direction would we be traveling to go?
Sure.
Would that be east or west?
I don't know, but that's
Whatever.
either one. Yeah, send the email. We can pass
That
along.
it's not interacting with
Tony had a suggestion.
pedestrians, it's not interacting with site distances from our driveway, it's not interacting with the stop sign. I mean, there's many pluses on the north side of Hudson until we can find a better solution.
Take your suggestion. We
Very
can
good. Thank you. I
certainly.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
sure, no problem. Chief, can we make sure that she has the number to that, because finding it as it happens is important.
It's key.
And
Yes.
it is key. And I don't think Tony's over there as much as he was during our. And this is a long, drawn-out process, right? We were. Poor Tony was. You know, we might as well got him a booth to sit over there for a while, right? And it's progress, but we did not suggest they go to this loading zone. We did not do one or the other. And so they have said to us, do you have any place? What they want to do is find a new bus location. And the suggestion I had, which was on Elm Street, was met with great anger, and it wasn't far enough away for the people that don't like the folks that come in off
I
the
have a
bus.
little bit of objection, because I take the bus to Boston on occasion,
Yeah,
because I do not like driving in Boston.
yeah,
And I'd like to keep it in the city so I can walk to the bus
yeah,
station,
I agree.
not drive anywhere from my home to Boston.
But I would
Yeah.
think that we would have to, that would have to be signs put about, signs so that cars don't park if there is a designated bus stop.
Sure, you'd have
So
to
what
change
about
the spots.
Stitchman, what about Stitchman? The buses can't stop at Stitchman Towers where the other buses stop?
We don't have a bus stop. We have a company that's had their bus stop there forever, and new development in the neighborhood has made it very difficult for them.
Well, the
So I don't
Glens
have-
Falls Transit Company has a bus stop in
Yeah,
front of
GGFT, we have
Stitchman
step-
Towers with benches, and
Yeah,
I see people waiting there all the time.
So, no, we need the space for Greater Glens Falls Transit buses, and I can't tell the bus company where to park any more than I can tell them to move their business. I can't, we've tried. I've got my economic development. To your point, I too think that there should be a place for them that is here in Glens Falls. I was not a big fan of the Aviation Road, but I tried to stay out of it. There are people who think that they're not welcome. There are people who think that they should be put out into Queensbury. Let them take a GGFT into Glens Falls. I'm not getting into that, right? We need to make sure that we have transportation for everybody. I'd like a transportation hub in Glens Falls. I'm trying to get a study done so we need more parking and we need a transportation.
Yeah, I liked your idea you
CDTA
had
would,
with everything in the Elm
CDTA
Street
would help
parking
us.
lot.
And I think that having a place would do it, but I don't have a place in mind, and I don't have the money, to do it, so.
I liked your idea of a transportation center in that parking lot.
Yeah.
That made
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah, and maybe that's not the best place, but we need a place, and we need it to be downtown. I agree.
In 1970, it was where the New Way Lunch is now on South Street.
Yeah,
Because I picked that bus up at my way to boot camp. And the buses would pull in and come out between New Way Lunch, their new location, and the adjacent building.
that's great. Well, thank you. Any suggestions you have, or anybody has, we're certainly willing to pass them that way. Our economic development director has taken them on the road to try to help them find a place, property they could buy. Let's see. Any other new business? Any old business? No. Let's start with Chief Smith's report then, please. Chief Smith.
I don't have anything new. I have old business. I just wanted to announce that the recruits will be graduating the academy August 15th. One will be graduating, and August 24th, 25th, they'll be graduating, another 4 of them.
And
Then
where,
after that, they start their field training.
where is that? What academy is that in Albany, Chief?
The Zone 5 Academy is in Schenectady, and I have one graduating from,
Great.
and then the other one is the Albany County Academy.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, then those officers would then serve how many months, one-on-one with
2 more.
another officer?
2 more months after that.
2 more months. So it's great progress. And
Yes.
how many openings do we currently have?
5.
And so of those, the next academy might be when?
January.
Can't start one tomorrow.
Yeah, the next academy, the civil service test is posted for September. We'll get the results and then we can put people into the academy in January.
Great. Progress.
Yeah.
Progress.
Let's hope we get some applicants.
As of right now, civil service indicated there's 35 to 40 applicants.
Good.
However, they've cross-filed with other counties, Saratoga, Washington, and more.
At least they're there.
It's great.
Good.
That's it, that's all I have.
Make a motion to approve and accept the chief's.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief.
Let's see, Deputy Chief Izzy Motor. Ah,
Good afternoon,
good,
everyone.
good afternoon.
First one, exactly.
That's right.
Almost missed it, but we're here. Good to see everyone this afternoon. So for us, month of July was another busy month. We had 274 calls for the month, both EMS and fire. This also included 2 hazmat responses to Warren County that was obviously out of our district. Hazmat spills, chlorine spills actually from a vendor that was filling some of the hotel motels in the area. We also had a structure fire in July, which happened to be on one of the most humid, hottest days of July, where we had basically a full recall because of that. We also want to thank the mutual aid EMS departments and the fire agencies that reached out to help us when we requested their need. They provided a great service for our fire department for rehab and also refilling our air bottles. Officially, our 2 newest recruits graduated on July 21st, so they are online and filling a void that we needed them to fill, taking overtime as much as we have, and so they're filling in the spots great. And we just recently had a agility on August the 1st, where we had, I think it was approximately about 14 individuals that took the agility test. So now we'll be having a certified list come this Friday that we can choose from and hopefully fill some more spots. But as of now, that is it.
Great. How many passed, Chief?
I think we had 10 that passed.
Passed. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
One didn't show up, so. Alrighty?
Thank you. Huh? When's your first official day? When was it?
Monday,
Monday, there we go.
yeah, so it's been a busy week already.
Thank you, yes, I bet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the
I
position.
move acceptance of the chief's report.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I do not believe, Izzy, do we have executive session? A need?
Yes, sir.
We do.
Like to request.
Okay, yeah. We're not gonna pass any resolutions or motions out of that, right, Izzy? At least, not that you know, you're not sure?
Yes.
Okay, so can we, that means that we'll ask you to go down. I've got your text from last night, so we can text you when we're ready to go. Do we have a motion to go and get? Oh, anybody else want to? Roger?
A request, please.
Sure, Roger.
5 feet of sidewalk on Ridge Street and Bay Street.
Say it again, Roger?
5 feet of clear, level sidewalk where you don't have to dodge flower pots, tables, wait staff. And, you know, it's gourmet cafe, pharmacy, and Radici. On an evening, you can't go through there.
Yep.
And if you get done with your meeting, go stand and watch. Put your hands like this where you have a sight disability and try to walk through there. It's just discouraging. I mean, it's not asking that much. 5 feet of sidewalk for pedestrians.
So 5 feet is,
Clear, smooth, straight, unobstructed, line of sight sidewalk. For safety, I mean, you can't use sidewalks for restaurants and kick pedestrians to the curb, and that's what's happening.
so Roger, you haven't seen any progress in what we implemented,
I'm
huh?
very concerned because some restaurants have
Yeah,
complied.
yeah.
But you still got 3 that don't.
And if you look at the PROAG regulations, it's 4 feet, it's not 5. We've asked for 5, and it's 4 unimpeded. And you're welcome to call my secretary, Roger, and come and meet with me.
Yeah.
You've never been, I've never denied you to meet with me. I'll be glad to talk to you. I've reviewed those things. That's great.
Every restaurant front is different. If you sit and do blanket permits
Sure.
and don't go out and look at the slanted driveways, the tin loading
Yep.
areas for the basement and all the other obstructions, and just give a blanket permit, it's gotta be restaurant by restaurant.
It is restaurant by restaurant, Roger. Every one of them. And they're all reviewed, and we've, I mean, it's, again, come and speak to me, Roger.
I will.
Come and speak to me. But can I just want to confirm that there's 100% better progress? That I changed the entire law and the regulations?
On South Street, but not on Glen Street or Ridge Street.
Okay, so on Glen, you don't see a progress. You didn't see
See, gourmet cafe.
one restaurant, Roger, one restaurant
Yeah,
is not complying to what you think.
3.
Okay, one on Glen. And how many problems did we have prior to the redoing of this?
Before it was Maple Street, South Street, and everywhere. I agree.
Okay, so,
Progress,
thank you. That was all I was trying to make sure, is that we recognize that we had major progress.
Yeah,
And that I asked those businesses, every single one of them we reviewed.
yeah.
And you know,
And then continue, and what's gonna happen is the others will see 3 that are not complying, and they'll go back to not complying.
that would be the case if we weren't taking any action, but we are. I just can't please everyone all at the same time. But you can come and talk to me. I'm happy to.
I will do that.
And I do, like, I appreciate your coming and saying this, Roger, but please, it's just like a parking problem. We've been addressing this in that corner for a long time. There's been development on it, and they found new things, and so we're gonna try to address
With all due
it.
respect, I think the ball was kind of dropped. With all
Okay.
due respect, and I do appreciate the enforcement, so that's all we
Yeah,
can do, is
sure.
just enforcement. But I don't know what was floated, as for alternate locations, but that location is.
That was never one of the alternate locations.
I'm
We
sure it
don't make
wasn't.
alternate locations for
Did you,
them. So I can't, we've tried to find properties and
As long
purchase.
as Miss Miller's happy.
I'm not worried about, it's not about that, it's about public safety.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I-
I want to be
I-
able to see coming out of my driveway.
nobody would disagree with that.
Yes.
And this board's done tremendous amount to address these issues
Okay.
and pass those
So
laws.
hopefully we can work together and find an alternate location until we get a better long-term solution.
That would be
I
great.
would help with that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, I
You're
appreciate it.
You're right, very welcome.
All right.
I
bye-bye.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. So do we have a motion to go in executive session?
Also move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.